Hello my friends, I'm G Hondo and welcome back to our Let's Play of Aurora. This is episode 15. In episode 14 we had just finished off all the scouting in the Leyland system here. And I've ordered that ship to go ahead and sail back to Earth to refresh, recharge, refuel and all that. In the meantime, we're going to have Earth continuing on all our research tasks. I'm focusing heavily on uh, defensive types, but I'm also picking up the sorium harvester. Once we have that, I'm going to build a ship to basically just float around gas giants and pick up free gas. So that will be nice. In the meantime, our civilian fleets are very slowly moving, but they are slow, but they are at least doing so. They are moving the mines around for us, although it's taking far longer than I think it should. But anyway, um, so be it. Um, I also mentioned, in case you missed it, I am now purchasing civilian mine output, just because I'm running really, really low on a lot of goods here, especially neutronium. I'm completely out of, and that's something that we use a lot for shipyards and for maintenance yards. So I got stuck. I can't build any more of these at this time. So that's where we are. So let's go ahead and get the game going. I have scouted out several more jump points that I've deliberately not built jump gates to. I'd like the system here in Leyland to be at least nominally self-reliant before I do that. Our system in Le Mans, and I really wish they had different names, but anyway, um, this one's actually reasonably well off in terms of self-sufficiency. The colony here is running just fine, and it is already receiving mass driver inputs from other places, so it's okay. Now it doesn't have enough goods to build the stuff I've asked it to build, but it is at least functional, whereas down here on A2, this colony here is really not even started yet. Like there's no population at all, so I'd like to get this a lot further along before I start risking opening up another gate, because we still haven't run into a computer opponent, and I'm terrified when we do that they're going to float in and kick our butts. So anyway, let's check on the moon. Okay, so we still are needing full infrastructure here. Atmosphere is about 55%, so that's not too bad. What did we halt on? Oh, I forgot to shut the scouts auto orders off. So it's been trying to do some scouting when there isn't any. So no, you just go to Earth and stay there. That'll be fine. Okay. Fantastic. Oh, right, of course you completed that order instantly. Thank you. Anyway. So we can see there are some of the civilian ships coming in here. This is still the Le Mans system, though. It's really the Leyland I'm waiting on. I haven't seen much of anything happening here yet. The civilian ships are a bit too busy. Kilo has completed orders. What did I have Kilo doing? Oh, that's the troop transport. So it came and dropped off a troop to the moon, the Leyland colony here. So when we finally do have some population, they will be well policed, and we won't have that same trouble we had with the moon at first of instability. So that will be good. All right, let's move on. Okay, now what are we stopping for? Ah, excellent. So our sorium research is done. So first and foremost, let's get them researching something else. What shall we do next? Well, I did research a new engine. So I think what I'll do is I'll go straight actually to the ship designer, and let's build ourselves a fuel vessel. We'll call this the gas pump because I'm not very original. And it can be, do I have anything that says something like fuel harvester? There we go. Excellent. Right, let's build that shiny new engine. Internal confinement. Now I definitely want this thing to be considered a commercial vessel if I can. So this will be the commercial version. I've researched this down to 0.4, so we're using less than half the fuel we should be using, even external to whatever settings we have here, which is awesome. Morley O'Neill sounds fantastic. And let's also design a military version, which will be the Turner Todd. Awesome. So let's go quickly zip over here and research those. We'll just research both of them real quick. Doesn't really matter what order I do them in, because neither of them will take very long at all. Just a couple months. In fact, I think this one here will take even less, but that's fine. Okay. And in the meantime, they can start working on what? Oh, colonization made easier. That could be a good thing. Let's do that. Okay. And in the meantime, let's go back here, refresh our tech. Alright, so somewhere here will be sorium harvesters. They are pretty large, but then this ship is going to be pretty large, so I think I actually will put maybe 5 of them. So this will produce 250,000 liters of fuel per year, assuming there's enough sorium. That's not bad. I will want, of course, an enormous fuel tank for this thing. So it holds 5 million, so it would take 20 years. Now we can do better than that. Let's add more. That's 10 years worth. Okay, that's a lot better. So it can produce basically 1 million a year. That's a lot better. So these things are pretty large, but they're not ridiculous. This ship still is a lot smaller than my salvager or that old jump scout I used to have, so that's okay. Do I need anything else on this ship? Probably not. I'm not sure if this counts as cargo, so I don't think the cargo handler would even help. Like what I do see though is I can obsolete the old cargo handler. Okay. And we can obsolete both of the old engines. There we go. And let's get ourselves... There we go. Okay, so it's got 10 of the shiny new commercial engines, which means it goes, wow, that's amazing. And it still has enough to fly for 3 years, even before it stops somewhere and refuels there. So yeah, I think I'm very happy with this. I am going to give them a very long deployment, let's say 30 years. Well, it's a commercial vessel, so that's less important anyway, but yeah, I am definitely happy with this. All right. Let's have this be run by relatively... In fact, let's have a very high level captain on there. And we need names. There's one apparently for some kind of tanker. That'll do. That'll do perfect. All right. So our gas pump design is done. Let's go ahead and get the shipyard working on it. Let's retool for the gas pump. I just have to hope I have enough stuff to actually build one, but anyway, guess we'll see. getting the distinct sense I don't have enough materials for this. Geranium and neutronium. Geranium's fine, it's the neutronium that's a problem. That's no good. That's no good at all. Alright, well, who has good quantities of neutronium? Okay, so Venus is, but it's got a very difficult access to it. Same with Titan. Yeah, that seems to be the real problem. We have access to it, but it's really hard to get at. I'm wondering if it would be worthwhile. Well, I apparently already did on Venus. Oh, never mind, I did on both. I was going to say if it would be worthwhile sending the geological team to see if maybe they can find an easier access point for it, but apparently that is not going to help. Are either the civilian mines doing neutronium? No. Okay, so you don't have a lot, but it's easy to get at, but you haven't got any mines yet. Again, you don't have very much, but it's easier to get at. Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of trouble with neutronium. Having said that, there is a little bit waiting in Le Mans for us here, so I could go and scoop that up. Maybe I will. Maybe that's exactly what I'll do. I do specifically have a ship for that. I just don't remember which one it is. Ah, there we go. Mineral cargo. See, this is why I name the ships the way I do, because I have no idea what a Balrog is, but I do know what a mineral cargo jumper is. Anyway, so you're going to go to Le Mans standardly. When you get to Moon 5, which is the main one, from there you're going to pick up neutronium. Then you're going to come back via standard transit to Earth, where you will happily unload it all. Unload. Let's do it. Unload all, that's fine. And then you can reward yourself with some fuel, and we'll call it even. Fantastic. Yeah, it's going to be complaining a lot about that. So it probably would be easier to use the time controls up here, because they don't pause for events like the auto tick does. If I pop down here, I'll be able to see that, yeah, it has been picked up and brought back. Excellent. Alright, so that will let us finish the retooling part, which it has done. Now, if I go to actually build one, okay, it doesn't take much neutronium to build, it was just mostly for the retooling. I don't think it takes a lot of is gallicite and geranium, borite, and mercasium. No, that's fine, we have enough of all those things, so let's go ahead and build one. And this should be able to build at full speed, I would think. Whatever that may be. Research is still going fine. Looks like this one's about to finish, so we'll just wait for it. Because we might as well get a new research going while we're at it. And let's, because that one was such a problem, let's continue researching reduction in retooling costs. Because that definitely will help. Okay. There we go. Let's get this guy built here. Oh, and I want to definitely make sure that I am no longer... Okay, good. I'm no longer producing fuel here using up sorium, because I'm going to be using this ship to go get it. So we definitely do not need to be generating fuel here. Fantastic. So very slow to build ship, but I guess it is enormous, so I guess there's logic behind that. research finished. I could actually even do this. Maybe instead of using just mass drivers, maybe I think I will research this. I still prefer the mass driver method, but at least to have that available might be a good idea. Because at some point, especially for the little comets and that, there's so little on them, it may not be worth putting a mass driver on it. So I'd like to at least have that option. Choice is good. That should be done in the next click. There we go. Alright, our floating gas pump is done. Research is still doing fine. Alright. Where is my shipyard group? There it is. So we'll detach the, was that Bannington, I guess? Sure, why not? Okay, so it took a full tank of gas. I don't think it really needs to. I also don't see anywhere where you can unload fuel. If there's no unload fuel, then there's not going to be a lot of point in doing this. Okay, well there is a move to gas with sorium, so that's good. So the game must be at least aware of that idea. But I'm not seeing... Oh, here we go. Unload 90 at Colony. If their fuel tanks are full, unload at Colony, and then move to nearest gas giant with sorium. I think this should work. Well, let's just take the timer off here. And the speed on this thing was ridiculous, so... Okay, it didn't like something there. Was that this, or was that something else? Well, it's still has that order to unload fuel. And yet it's still showing as... I wonder if it's because it unloads the fuel and then because it's in orbit automatically is refuel? That's kind of bizarre. And clearly the game does not like that too much. If I give it more days at once, so it has time to maybe do all of this. Yeah, it really doesn't like this. Interesting. Okay. Not entirely sure what we can do here then. It's not damaged or anything. So I can manual... Oh, okay, maybe I can do it this way. This thing has, what was it, 5 million? Yeah, 5 million. So let's give it 4 million. Okay, so now you're at 1 million fuel. I'll have to refresh this, but okay, it's now at 1 million fuel. Excellent. So now if I say go to okay, for now I'll just remove this conditional. And I'll just let it do the primary order here of go to the next nearest gas giant. Just want to make sure it didn't refuel because it's floating around Earth. Okay, no it did not. So why are you not going to the next nearest gas giant with sorium? Okay, I'm going to put a cut in here and see if I can figure this out, because this is actually about to time control anyway. So at this point, folks, stay calm, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.